Portfolio Builder members, today is 6/24/2019. This is the big week when the three party leaders meet up in Japan. And so we'll see if there's any tensions relieved on the U.S.-China trade war. We're positioned for an up week in the SPY and investing in longer-term put options on FXI, which is China's large cap. So right now, the volatility is low. Market's hoping there's some good news, so we're in a bullish stance on the SPY, and again, taking advantage of cheap put options right now on FXI. We made a profit of 37 cents on Friday's trade alert, not counting our open long put option position on FXI, which I believe will potentially gain in value massively if there's any negative news in the next several weeks on U.S.-China trade tensions. So we're now up to a $52,297 profit. Last week we had some much larger gains, and I believe this week we can take advantage of some hopeful thinking in the stock market. I've written out the trade alerts. Step one is to buy multiples of 100 shares of the SPY ETF if this is your first trade alert. Step two, if you took our previous covered call trade alert, buy to close your open position. Otherwise, skip this step and go to step three. So we collected around $2 credit, and we can buy to close this for an 86-cent debit. So about a $1.14 profit on the covered call. And essentially, this was an in-the-money covered call, so it did its job. We predicted a little downside to the SPY, and sure enough, we got it. So this protected the position, generated a profit, and financed the purchase of an FXI put option. Now, I think those put options can go up 10-1 in July if the U.S.-China trade war escalates. And this afternoon, I have a big video I'm putting together to really detail why I think that is at least 50% odds that they do ramp up trade tensions in July. Okay, so the next part of the trade is to sell to open 1/6/26/19 295.50 SPY covered call for a credit, one contract per 100 shares of the SPY you own. That's a 52-cent credit. But we're also agreeing to sell our shares at 295.50 while the SPY is trading at 294.16. So we can make an extra $1.34 plus the 52 cents if the SPY travels to something like 296 by Wednesday. So with all the optimism that the two leaders won't self-destruct each other and create a stock market crash this summer, is likely to really drive some buying. So I do think we can catch a nice big up move on some trade hope this week. So that's why this trade alert is positioned in that manner. The next step is to buy to open 1 September 20th, 2019, 37 FXI, that's China Large Cap ETF, put options for every 100 shares of the SPY ETF you own. This is less than half of the credit we received from the covered calls. We're just financing the purchase of these put options with part of the credit we're generating each trade alert. So this is stockpiling into a larger position that we're essentially building for free from the credits we've received to hedge against this escalation in trade wars. Now, if there's no escalation, it's fine. We're generating a great profit just from the SPY and the covered call. But if I'm right, and there is an increase in U.S.-China trade tensions, these could go up substantially in value, and they have a lot of time premium on them. So I'm not even worrying about the P&L on the put options on FXI because I don't think we're going to really see the bad news until after the 4th of July. Now, the way things work is nothing happens and it all happens at once. So we don't want to try to time it down to the very last second on this. If we wait till the announcement does come out, the price of these will triple extremely quickly. So right now is the time to get in cheap. Hold on to a little slow bleeding in these FXI put options. And then if there is an escalation, I believe these will have some serious pain. Now, all other put options remain a hold, but you should not go back to old trade alerts and open extra put options. You'll get enough financed for free just by following the Monday, Wednesday, Friday trade alerts. Now, if I jump to our track record, you can see our P&L jumped up a little extra with that credit. You can come over here. You can see where we closed the previous position, 56% gain on that. We're set up for a very profitable trade between now and Wednesday, which could happen if the market goes a little higher. And now we're stockpiling up these FXI put options. So again, don't take any of my old trades. I highly recommend you just follow the new trade alerts and slowly build into this position. This is going to be a long-term trend that we can play for quite some time. So I believe the US will slowly and gradually tighten up the tension. And a good analogy is imagine Jell-O in your hand, you slowly squeeze on it and it starts to implode, and that is essentially what is happening to China right now. Now, if you are on a free trial or expired, please call Dean or Chris at 505-322-7515 or Chris at 760-803-5335 to save money on your membership. We did raise our price to $2,000 a year on the basic program. However, if you do call in, I know a few of you missed out on that 50% off discount, so we'll reward that today. So call now, save some money. One of the best reasons to upgrade, besides not missing out on our Monday, Wednesday, Friday trade alerts, is that you'll also get to play our Tuesday, Thursday trades free for 30 days. So we have what we call the Diamond level membership. Takes the same concept but gets a higher return. It's trading Apple exclusively and also playing on the rise in gold. So we're taking some of the profits from the credit and investing in call options on a certain gold ETF in this strategy. So this trades on Tuesdays. It's delivering almost twice the return as our basic program and is really ideal for investors who want a little extra juice, a little extra profit, but a little extra risk. So Apple has a far higher covered call income than the SPY ETF does. Now on Thursday, we're trading primarily Amazon or the TLT. We're going back and forth between those two. And in this portfolio, instead of shorting FXI, we're shorting Amazon's competitor. So the pair with Amazon is long Amazon and then short Alibaba. So I think that's going to prove to be a very successful trade setup. So that's a review of what we got going on. Tuesday is the Diamond Club trade alert. So tomorrow morning, if you are a paid member in the basic program, if you did upgrade today, you'd have access to that trade tomorrow. Wednesday, we have our paid member only webinar. Thursday is the freebie webinar. And that's a wrap for today's trade alert. If you do have any questions, please reply to this email and we can get a reply back to you immediately. So thanks again.